hat's a little tight. Let me fix that. We're on the road. What's going on, guys? Matt Thomas. We're going to Talladega Super Speedway for the YellaWood 500. Race day vlog is underway.
We were in some trouble, not only in the early stages of this year, but also last season. So a very surprising performance. And then, you know, I almost kind of like this for...
And you were telling me earlier that you just love coming to this place.
It's my favorite experience. I was at Ryder Cup last night. Here he is. Start your engine.
Come on. There we go. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Looking to try to make those points this afternoon and possibly score a win, which would lock themselves in to the next round of the playoffs. that you want to see here at Talladega, but nonetheless, Anthony Alfredo will fire with that robust
Joey Logano, the first one to his pit, just a splash and go for him. Tyler Reddick also with Chase Elliott, a little slow getting out of his pit stall. And who was your leader, Cody Ware, down her way. And we had Reddick and Fauci,
Pace car makes the left-hand turn, heads for pit road. Still got to get through the tri-oval into the Geico restart zone, just past the apex of the tri-oval here, which is banked at 16.5 degrees. They come to that Geico restart zone and back. Come on!
Inside lane will advance, led by Justin Haley.
Justin Haley has never led at this level here at Talladega. He is a two-time winner in the
Side-by-side racing begins for fourth. Tyler Reddick to the inside of Chris Buescher. Then it's going to be Christopher Bell. Next car in line topside to the outside of Kyle Busch.
Who's stuck down in that bottom lane with no room to go. Here at the bottom of the racetrack here, 2 by 2. You have no choice but to hold your line.
Stacking up of traffic is taking place. Chris Buescher has broke free of that traffic for a moment, but here comes Bell and coming rolling to the outside.
Full head of steam in the outside lane for Christopher Bell, drafting help from Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin. On the bottom, it is Chris Pioneer over Justin Haley.
Christopher Bell working the outside lane. Downstairs, Chris Buescher, middle with the run. Bell with the advantage.
Logano tries to do the same. He can't get in line. That middle lane, which is now the bottom lane, is going nowhere.
Outside of the top 10, in fact, led by Chris Buescher and Joey Logano. The outside lane are where all the numbers are, led by Christopher Bell and Kevin Harvick as they come off turn 4.
Think back some 25 minutes or so ago when the caution flag came out before the rain did. That's when Kyle Larson cut that tire at the the positive side when you look at the playoff forward, but he came in plus 56.
And right now he will just hold on to those plus 22 points and see what might happen before this race is over that could propel him further up the leaderboard. Perhaps now Dave Moody, Mike Bagley, and Kyle Rickey were talking about it. They may be content to ride here for another lap or 10.
Seeing where their car works, but just riding for the moment, Jeff.
As they exit turn number 4, they'll come into some Alabama sunshine, which is here decorating the grandstands, and that will flash these drivers back into turn number 1.
Side off of turn number 4 and draw that line up to the battle for the lead with Christopher Bell.
Boy, at some point during the race, you just have no choice than to bail out a line because of this. It worked to his advantage. Denny Hamlin back to the point. Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, and Kevin Harvick.
Leaders now working their way down the field. He's got company in his rear view mirror in the form of Eric Jones. His Chevrolet was tucked up right behind Denny Hamlin, making their way into turn number 3. Now here comes the outside lane with a Joe Gibbs Racing teammate of Denny Hamlin in Christopher Bell, who's got traffic up with Kevin Harvick the entire
While maybe get us to lap 94, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Let's do drop some numbers on you. We have 85 laps on the books. We need 9 more laps. We have 1 hour and 45 minutes since the start of the YellaWood 500. Your average speed has been 129.9. 3 caution flags, and that includes the competition flag that we took on lap 25.
Also count the red flag that we had just a few moments ago, which was about 19 minutes for that brief rain shower that happened in turn number 2. At the front of the pack, still once again being led by Christopher Bell and Kevin Harvick, 2 of the drivers in the playoffs, trying to push each other. It's no longer in the track. Right now, long
Also got to worry about some of these non-playoff drivers because they're running in the top 10. Currently, Eric Jones, junior former winner here at Talladega, is riding 6th on this lap. And Cole Custer, who led earlier in this race, is currently listed as 8th. Number 17, driven by Chris Buescher. 31 laps to go.
In the Cup Series here in Talladega. 99 laps to go in this 500-mile race. Alex Bowman pushing him to the center of the corner. Those two giving it a great show at the front. as Harvick continues to lead.
About to lap the 14.
Side of this, but the good news of that is we're 4 laps from making this thing official as the leaders come out of 3 and into 4 and shortening to the trial.
Double wide, about 7 rows deep. They're coming up on the slower car of Chase Briscoe. They'll make quick work of him as let's go
years ago. We've seen it sporadically within the last couple of super speedway races, and we just got a dose of it with Harvick and Bowman a lap ago.
And they come through turn number 4. Christopher Bell all by himself in the front of the field. A couple of car races.
You know, I was just watching something. Great observation, first of all.
Continues to show the way by a couple car lengths now as those two break away from the rest of the field. That's stacked up side by side. Kevin Harvick to the inside of Alex Bowman for the first line.
Off turn number 4 to the tri-oval. Cross flags are in the air. We're halfway home here at the Talladega.
Come on, Bowman.
26 laps to go.
Get there.
Of Kyle Larson, the two Joe Gibbs Racing teammates and Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin really showing each other.
Come on, Stenhouse, push.
Around this racetrack, but that is not quite giving it up. In the outside lane, he's got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tucked up behind him. Those are the drivers that are in the middle of the racetrack. Then a little bit further back, you've got the
race is official. Here we go. I want to see a big one.
Well, we've seen what's on the horizon off of turn number 2, and I think everyone is starting to realize that we could be racing towards really at any point that rain could come, and that might be the end of this race. So everyone really being very aggressive. Just resetting things for you. We've got 24 laps to go here in stage number 2, but we are past halfway. And at the front of the pack, once again, through the drive, the ball is Christopher Bell. Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas of Bell and Hamlin in turn 2.
Interesting sign up here in our press box.
Come on, Bowman.
Area with the TV and more in. Like 93, 94. We're like everybody else too, race fans. We wanted to go 188.
and we still have all intentions of going the entire 500 miles this afternoon, but it is noteworthy to note that we are past halfway. Here they come off of turn number 4, side by side for the race lead. Alex Bowman has now pulled even with Christopher Bell.
Come on, Bowman.
His right elbow is going to release it.
Two wide, 6 deep, and then you're going 3 wide for about a level of 3 cars. So they are really mixing up. They're putting on the show as they usually do at the Talladega Super Speedway.
They're gonna wreck each other.
YellaWood 5.
Yeah,
Caught it!
A couple of other cars go around.
Got that whole thing
They were
on video.
racing at the front of the pack, and Alex Bowman looks like got turned apart to the outside wall. The of car number 3 is Alex Chevrolet completely wrecked. Let's throw it back to the Motor Racing Network.
Bowman was the first driver to get turned to driver's right into the outside wall. The chain reaction crash took a while to get going, but he
Green.
led by Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Some more of that tandem drafting as they're able to break away, but only by a car length and only for a moment. As here comes the rest of the pack.
Turn 4 back to the tri-oval. Keep in mind,
Come on, Chase.
To the rescue. Here comes Denny Hamlin in his back bumper. First car in line on the bottom, but side by side for third behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the race leader in the outside lane, and Chase Elliott.
15 to go in stage number 2. Locked together again, side by side. Bell down on the inside. Going after the race lead, Stenhouse.
Out front all by himself, but here comes the inside lane, back again, led by Christopher Bell. Denny Hamlin with some drafting assist on the bottom, to the outside extend.
even more behind the tri-oval. The field comes back to the tri-oval.
Forms up in turn 4, led by Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin.
All right, let's talk about this for a moment. Christopher Bell at the front of the field, although at the moment riding second.
Care Center. Tyler, what happened from your perspective, and are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Unfortunately, it ended our day earlier for Ridgeway Chevrolet, but yeah, it was gonna happen. You know, it kind of looked like this weather that, well, hasn't gotten here yet. Is passing behind the speedway from my perspective that really got everyone going. Stuck on the bottom and just...
That's trouble for you.
You know.
To the lead.
The unfortunate downside is, you know, I thought we were going to be really good in the roll, and now we're going to start pretty much last and have a shape install, so that's the downside.
Tyler Reddick, unfortunately, done here at Talladega. Alex Bowman, though, also involved in that. Alex, you had a front seat to that. What happened?
Yeah, just a big push that didn't work, so super speedway racing happens, you know, it's part of why the fans are so entertained, I guess, so hate it for that Line 48 team, move on to next week.
And now we're currently 12 points, so at the bottom of the playoffs, how do you guys go?
It is on at Talladega in a big way.
Come on,
we are
Kurt.
still 78 laps away from the scheduled checkered flag, but they're not racing like that. Alex Hayden, we saw just a moment ago, Denny and Christopher Bell working together. Harvick and Kurt Busch have been working together very nicely.
Drafting help from Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. continues to lead that outside lane. He has help from Bubba Wallace as now a third lane begins to develop by the Penske Fords.
Alex Hayden said just a moment ago, the sky is darkening out behind the tri-oval, and he is absolutely right.
Come on, Bell.
The outside lane, Eric Jones to the bottom, and Bubba Wallace has some momentum topside, courtesy of Brad Keselowski. Moves up alongside Denny Hamlin for the third spot.
They come back to the tri-oval. We've got 8 laps to go in stage number 2. Kurt Busch has the Monster Energy Chevrolet Virginia Ganassi.
Outside lane, help from Brad Keselowski. On the inside, it is Kurt Busch out front by a half a car length over his drafting partner, and Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin also lined up on the inside.
You've got a driver from Las Vegas, Nevada working down on the inside. You've got a driver from right here in Alabama. He's going to take the lead.
Starts to slide up.
Denny Hamlin in 4th. Now he'll get single file as the back lane, or the outside lane, led by Brad Keselowski, goes backwards.
Team Penske Ford Mustangs have won 5 of the last 7
Come on, Bubba!
races. That middle lane, the outside
Come on, Bubba! Come on, Bubba!
Keselowski trying to catch Bubba Wallace. Bubba leads the lane down low. Keselowski's going to get a shove from Joey Logano. It's Kurt Busch will get the shove.
To the bottom of the racetrack, but now a gap builds between Bubba and Kurt, and Bubba's going to bail out. He'll go to the outside lane, just in front of Brad Keselowski and maintain the race lead.
Talladega Superspeedway, we will be here twice next
5
year.
to go.
Buy a ticket, come along with this thing in person.
Black. Caution's out. Caution is out. The other's frozen.
Everybody else will slam on the brakes behind them to avoid, but it gets triggered.
It's raining.
And another driver getting hooked into the outside wall on the end of the back straightaway.
Caution on the speedway for the 5th time. A playoff driver in the form of William Byron. Heavy duty contact. 3 cars crash in front of my eyes.
Today, it would be his first Cup Series win. We have had 2 first-time winners this weekend in Talladega. It would match the theme, possibly go 3 for 3. Again, nothing official just yet, but Bubba Wallace is your race leader as the rains continue to fall here in Talladega. They are going to bring the cars down pit road this time, as it has now rained so hard here on the front straightaway that the entire front stretch is completely wet. Let's go back to Jeff Striegel and Alan Tate.
Bubba Wallace out front, he's still there.
Leader and don't talk about it, it won't happen. And so I want it to rain, I want that to happen, but as far as it being official, I'm not going to talk about it. We started a lot of laps left.
Come on.
So, super proud of everybody on this.
Dude, the track is soaked. It's over. Yeah, they're definitely going to call it.
I told my team I want to do good play races.
Or they're going to pull every jet guy that's in the country out here.
Yeah. That's also going to take another 5 hours.
Appreciate Brad there pushing us.
Yeah. And people are like, why don't we just get lights? That's really expensive for a track this big.
Look, I mean, that's the way, if you look at it too, Daytona's almost this big. And that's
Yeah, but Daytona was installed with lights.
It takes a lot for him to get excited. And now the waiting begins. Jeff, I seem to remember a young man named Jeff Burton.
I think they should just wait
Come on.
till tomorrow.
All right, Bubba Wallace, you just hear him talking to NBC. Again, nothing is official just yet.
No, the weather looks bad for tomorrow, too. Plus, we're halfway.
As it stands right now here on lap 117. Again, your top line.
Where's the day has been for you guys? Our 2311 team hasn't skipped a beat when we come to these quick tracks, and it's been a lot of fun to be competitive and actually have people trusting you to go with you. For the longest time, I always thought there was had double middle fingers on the back of my bumper to everybody else, but I don't want to get left hanging. But a hell of a shove there from Brad, and some help from Kurt, good teammate coming over. So it ain't over yet. Jason just walked over here trying to jinx a little bit, so I appreciate that. But we need it to rain like hell.
Well, no doubt that's what you're looking for. The intensity of this race, did it change at when we got to halfway? How did that change, Bubba?
It did, and I didn't think we were in the best spot. We fired off there right before halfway, and we needed to save some fuel. And so Booty was like, hey man, I need you to ride around. And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. But when it puts you in positions like this, and that's why we trust each other. And everybody works on this team so hard to put us in this position. So we'll see. But yeah, it definitely ramped up once we got back on green there, and really make it work. Made the right moves and playing the waiting game now.
How good are you at waiting?
They can get the corners fairly easy.
When that big wreck happened
we
and
practice patience in racing every race and every
Kyle
lap.
got hit, everyone. Yeah, but when he came out,
So waiting
but when he drove back on, he drove out.
In the midst of the running of the YellaWood 500 at Talladega right now, 3 o'clock, just after 3 o'clock local time, 4 o'clock Eastern if you're just joining us, leaving the office, rolling up and down the highway, whatever you may be doing. Welcome to the Motor Racing Network flag coverage. We are under a red flag due to weather. It comes out on lap 117. We still have 71 laps to go. However, we are past halfway. We're waiting for the weather to clear. If it does, we'll get back underway. And if it doesn't, Bubba Wallace is the driver that is at the top of the leaderboard in front of Brad Kozlowski,
I know they can finish this. Get all the drivers on my mini scooter.
Currently scored in the 5th position is.
Or they could just get them to race it on foot.
Why is he talking to the pace car driver?
Weather delay. You mentioned
or we could get them on the face road
to get to the front for the second stage. What was the difference between what we saw at the beginning and then what we saw after we went green after the first delay?
Yeah, well, we definitely caught a break there with that first weather delay where guys had to pit twice and we only pitted once. So picked up some track position. And
maybe they didn't.
Then I don't know. It just seemed like I was able to hold my position and guys were working with me a little bit better.
So. He is out of the race. Everyone else from there on back, with the exception of one, is out of the race. And I'll tell you who that is in a moment. Benedetto is 35th. William Byron 36th. Kyle Larson is 37. He's still in the race, but he's 4 laps down. 38th is Alex Bowman.
Were those yours?
39th out of the race, Tyler Reddick, and out of the race in 40th, Justin Allgaier.
So here's a look outside of the broadcast booth to kind of give you an idea of what is happening here at the track. Above us to our left, out towards turns 3 and 4. That's not too bad. In fact, if we look over that way, we can actually see a little bit of sunshine popping through the clouds. To our right, turns 1 and 2, it is a complete fog over there and a bit of a mist. Now, they have brought every piece of track drying equipment I think NASCAR has. There is more than 18 Tundras sitting down there. That is the Titan, and they've got more than 10 jet blowers ready to go if and when NASCAR says put them on the racetrack. That hasn't happened yet. Let's hear from Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick up here on top of the pit box, chatting with Greg Zipadelli, team manager, and some of the guys. Kevin, you're sitting in the top 10 right now.
He's got him.
Track
drivers are on the track here at Talladega, Alabama, and at Talladega Super Speedway.
Storm warning in the area, including lightning for this area. At this time, we ask you please clear the grandstand seating area and find appropriate shelter. If you are staying on property, please implement your personal safety plan. Again, there is...
Race fans, Bubba Wallace is the official winner of the YellaWood 500. Unfortunately, rain has cost us the track, but it has given Bubba Wallace Jr. victory. We'll catch up with you in Victory Lane momentarily.
Congratulations to Bubba Wallace and the 23 team on winning Talladega. I'm going to end the vlog here. CE9, WV24 signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.